I wish somebody would have told me this when I first started trying to get into getting my finances in order. I was a beginner. I was right in the middle of college, and I felt like I was always waiting for the next paycheck, whether that was buying new clothes or going to the grocery store without a grocery plan. I knew I needed to change something. I found Dave Ramsey and his plan. I knew there was a couple tweaks that I wanted to do to make it manageable for my own life. So in today's video, we are going to be going over how to start cash stuffing or cash budgeting. So let's jump right into it. If you're new here or just clicked in, hi, my name is Paige. I am a newly married as of October. I am also a college student. I am actually working on my doctorate of pharmacy. I have about 1.5 years left, and I've been on YouTube actually since December of 2025, and I absolutely love it. If you're new here, consider liking and subscribing if you like what you see. Always comment if you have questions. I'm more than happy to answer. It doesn't matter if it's 10 hours, 10 minutes, 10 weeks. I will answer your comment if you have a question. So with cash budgeting, there's really not a whole lot to it. Like, you don't need a lot of the fun gadgets that a lot of cash budgeters have. Even just budgeting in general, you don't need a lot. So I'm gonna walk through what I have. And then I will show you some budget-friendly beginner type products that I used in the beginning. So let me grab my stuff. Okay, so the first thing when making a budget to begin with, you want to make sure that you're taking into account what are you actually spending. So what I would recommend you do is, if you can, either contact your bank or pull up your bank statements for the last, I would say, anywhere from 3 months to 9 months. I know that seems like a lot, but if you're in the holiday season, you're obviously going to spend more than you would, say, in June. So having that range really helps you dial down of what did we actually spend on each category in each month. So what I would start with is, if you don't want to get fancy, just get a blank piece of paper. That's the easiest way to go about it. What I use now that I'm farther in is I have a budget planner that I've created. It is on both my Ko-Fi and my Etsy shop, and I will tag those down below. They are digital printouts, and I have this budget breakdown. So there's actually 2 more pieces that go to this. There's a monthly calendar. That way you can go in and write in what bills you have for the month, or subscriptions, or anything you want, what paychecks you get when. And then there's also a front page, and it says, sorry, I blanked there. This is the front page. I don't know where I was going. This is the front page. If you get the one on my Etsy shop, this is the front page. You can put what month it is, all of your incomes. You can always print more copies, your bills and subscriptions that you have, and then you get 5 paycheck breakdowns. That way, if you get a magic month, or you have a side hustle or extra income, second job, you can use all of those. You also get the calendar, like I mentioned before, and you get a $1,000 savings challenge to use moving forward. But if you don't have this, just get a piece of paper. I mean, this is what I used starting out. I had a notebook. I really think I have my notebook here. Like, it's off to this. It's a black single ring, whatever you call it, spiral notebook. Spiral, thank you. I don't know who I'm thinking, but so how I would start is just start with what you know. What are we making for the month? Oop, income. What are we making for the month? Then go down, okay, we know what we're making for the month. Got that. Now we need to know what bills we got for the month. Okay? Oop, my pen's going out. Now that we know bills, I'm gonna switch to a different. Once we have bills, bills include subscriptions. Those, well, no they don't. But technically in this instance, you can put subscriptions as its own. Oh, that marker doesn't work either. Well, phooey. I thought I had a good marker. Here we go. There's a good pen. Sorry. Subscriptions is its own thing. We can always cancel a subscription. We need to keep the lights on. We can cancel Hulu for the month if we need to. Once we know that, then we need to go into debts. If you can pay the minimum debt, we're getting somewhere. If you can't pay it, that's okay. I'd rather you have the lights on and food in your belly than you work on debts, okay? That's how I am. But then we need to go to variable expenses. This is like your groceries, eating out. I recommend you don't eat out as much. Give yourself enough wiggle room. It might be one of your most expensive. That's what we had. Then I just go to savings. What do we need to save for? What is there in the future that we have? So I'm just gonna mock up like if this was my paycheck. So I get paid, I'm just gonna use my first of the month. I get paid, I think it was $950. That's how much that paycheck was. Then a week later, I get paid, or not a week later, it's okay. Then I get paid $1,200. Okay, so there's my paycheck for the month. You don't have to have anything fancy. Use your phone. You don't have to have a calculator. We have devices. You can add it in your head. I mean, that's 0, that's 5, that's 11. So carry the 1. $2,100 that we got. Okay, we got electricity. Oh my gosh. Electricity. We have, what other bills do we have? Rent, water, / trash. Mine's all together in one. Phone. Oh my gosh, what else? We're just gonna use those for now because I can't think of anything else. Subscriptions, we got Hulu. We got ESPN. We got HBO. Apple Music. I'm just going to do a couple for each. We don't need a whole lot. Okay, debts. Let's say student loans because we actually have that. We have a truck loan. We'll use a credit card even though we don't have one. I'm going to say credit card number 1. Just throwing some stuff out there. And then variables, we got groceries. We got eating out. We got gas, which you could put gas wherever you want it. I just put it in my variable expenses because not every week I need to do that. I don't need to put as much each week. Then, I mean, if you want hair, skin, and nails, you can put that there. If you want, I don't know. There's so much you can put in variable expenses. If you want to go to the gym, that would be you could either put that with bills or you could put that with variable expenses. You could put that with subscriptions. You can put that wherever. Whatever works for your budget, do that. Savings, I recommend, and this is kind of a Dave Ramsey thing. I might have spelled emergency wrong. Please have at least $1,000 emergency fund to start. I know a lot of people get upset about this, and I've watched a couple videos about people talking about how $1,000 really doesn't do much. $1,000 is not where you stay. $1,000 is where you start, because you might have a flat tire or have 2 tires that need fixed because they're bald, and that could cost you, I don't even know how much tires are lately, $1,200. So you only have to find $200 more within your budget to do that. But that, I'm getting sidetracked. I'm being talkative. Another savings, I mean, a new car. Let's put new car there. Stuff that we know we don't need right now besides emergency fund. So once we have that, we need to go through and write everything. So we got rent, we'll say $500. Let's say $100, $200, $55. Oh gosh, how much is Hulu? I think it's like $20. 20. They're all going to be 20. Make it match whatever you got. I think that's 10. Then we're going to do student loans. So student loans we'll do like, oh gosh, I don't think it's 400, but it's okay. We're just doing a ballpark here. We're doing 350, let's say 150. So this is where I would go. Once you write down all of that, the first thing I would do is go through and subtract out bills first. So we got 200, 500, 155. So right there, we have $1,295 left for the month, okay? Then let's go over to our debts. So we got 400, 350, what are they? 1,295 minus 400 minus 350. Oh, I know what I did. 350 minus 150. These numbers probably won't really work, but it's just showing you like how I do it. So then, once we get to debts, we can cancel these subscriptions. We don't have to keep these subscriptions. So I'm going over to groceries. I know we probably need $200 for groceries. We probably need $50 for gas to make sure we make it to and from work. So then I'm going to take 200 minus our 50. So we got $149. So we know we could probably do that. Eating out, we're probably gonna lower it. So let's do $40. We don't need to eat out this much. I want to make sure we have groceries on the table. So we got 105 left. So then let's go to our subscriptions. We have 20, 40, 60, 70. So let's see about that. So then we got 35 left. Then we really don't need to put that much into car. So let's just put $5 into car, and we're going to put the rest in emergency fund. That's how I knocked that off. That's how I would do a budget based on this way. If you want and would like to use this, it's the same exact thing. So income would go here. Bills and subscriptions are all one. For me, I put them all in the same category. And then paycheck, this is where you would break down each individual thing. If you want for bills, you can also put debts on there. I did not, but that is always an option. Then you go through line by line. Electricity, here. We guesstimate $200. It might be different. Rent, $500. It might be different. It's probably not, but could be. Water and trash, $100. Phone, $50. And all the way down. Then, with cash stuffing, I gave you guys the option where you can already pick your denominations of what you want. So, like with this one, for electricity, you can either, if you have it where it auto drafts from your account, you can either have it and put placeholders in, just take like a sticky note, write 200 in bank, put in on, and then put the date. That way you know when it was put into the, set aside into the account, or you can pull it out in cash. So if I pulled it out in cash, I just want $201 bills. Then for rent, I want $501 bills, or I can keep it in my account, and so on and so forth. So then I gave you that option here, but you can do however you want. If you want to just do it at the bottom, just write $100 dash, $50 dash. Write it on a sticky note. You can take it to the bank that way. Here, $100, $50, $20. I've done this multiple times. I'm like, hey, I need these denominations. Can you give those to me? And they might look at you crazy the first time. But when you keep coming back every 2 weeks and you're pulling out so much at a time, they're going to be like, I wonder what she's doing. I mean, I've had the tellers at the bank, they've asked me, like, what do you pull these cash, like, why do you always come and pull your full paycheck? And I tell them, I'll be like, well, for me, it's easier for me to budget with cash and spend it that way because I'm not going over, I'm not swiping that card. So let's get into the actual stuffing part of it. We've done the budget part. Let's go into what it looks like when we get the paycheck. Okay, for this one, you can either do a couple things. You can get some envelopes. So These ones are from Walmart. They're 100 envelopes, and I think they cost me $5. Or you can go on Amazon, or you can go on Shein or Temu or wherever, and you can find some of these envelopes, or not envelopes, some of these binders. I got this one. It was a set of 4 on Amazon, and I think it was about $12. And then 3/4 of the time, I have one. This is my savings challenge book. I got this one actually from Shein, and it came with the envelopes already in it. And I think it was about $8. So if you have it in your budget to set aside and would like to have an actual binder, I would check out Temu or Shein or Amazon, because those are probably your most affordable options to begin with. Once you have that and you have your whatever you're going to do, I'm going to use this binder today. So then we need to get our cash. So let's grab some cash real quick. Okay, I'm going to use some cash that I've had sitting to the side that needs to go back to the bank, and I haven't went yet. I have this fun little, I got it from Shein. It's a makeup holder. I think it was like $3, honestly. I have another one. It's a 2-set from Amazon, but it is actually in the drawer. This one was just on top, and I grabbed it first. This is the one I usually use. I don't really care for the ones on Amazon as much. And this is, all of the products I'm using are linked down below in my description. So I'm just gonna throw some cash in here. I'm not even gonna count it. I'm just gonna throw some in here. Okay, let's do that. We'll set the rest of this to the side. Okay, now that we have this, I'm gonna use the binders. You can use envelopes. It doesn't matter what you do. I'm gonna use sticky notes to write my stuff on, and I'm gonna pull back in our budget. So we said we're gonna do our bills first. So first one we got is electricity. I'm just gonna, I know I spelled that wrong, sorry about it. So electricity, we have $200. Literally, it's can be this simple. You can make it however difficult you want, but it can literally be this simple. $200 is now set aside for electricity. Next, we're gonna do eating out. We got $20. Let's write eating out on one of these slips. I mean, you can make it as difficult as you want, or you can make it as easy as you want. It's really completely up to you. Whatever works for you and your budget and your family's budget or your own personal budget, make it work for you. I want you to be successful as much as the next person. I am your financial bestie, if you want to call me it. I want you to be successful. I want you to hit your financial goals and your goals in life. So if writing a sticky note and just paper clipping it and putting it in a bag is how you cash budget, so be it. What I would tell you is, when I'm going to challenge you to do something, actually. I'm going to start over. I'm going to challenge you to do something. If you are deciding on cash budgeting, I challenge you to go to the bank, pull out however much cash you want for the next pay period. So the next 2 weeks, 1 week, month, however long you get paid for. And I challenge you to leave the debit card and the credit card at home. Use just the cash. Use just the cash and see how much you actually depend on that card just to swipe. When you have cash in hand, when I have all this cash and I give Susie May $5 and I give Aunt Susie Ann, sorry, I gotta change my names, Aunt Sally, another $5, I only have $20 left. I don't want to break this 20. I don't want to do that. That's my mindset. That's how I've changed the game. So if you can just, well, there's $20. I only have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I only have $9 left. I can't go and play board games with, or arcade games with you. I only have $9 left because I spent $20 at McDonald's earlier today that wasn't planned for. So I challenge you to at least do a week. If you can't do the next pay period, do a week. Pull out however much you think you spend in a week on your card and try to live on that in cash, because I bet you it will completely change your mind. Like, you will look at your budget and just be like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy. I don't know how I was like swiping my card this much, because when my husband and I did it, it was scary how much we actually depended on our card. Like, we would go to the store and it'd be like, oh, grab this. It's not on the grocery list, but like grab it because we probably need it. Or, oh, I was gonna make that and I saw a recipe for it, so just grab it and it'll be fine. It's only $3 more. Well, when you do that for 9 groceries, there's almost $30 more to your grocery budget. So, but that is all of the tips I would give you for cash budgeting. It's not hard. The hardest thing is taking the leap and just doing it. I promise you, that was the hardest part for me, was just taking the step and doing it. So I'm going to end the video here. If you have questions, please comment them down below. I'm always welcome to answer anything. If you need help with a budget, please reach out. I will always help you and guide you in any way you need. I hope you got something out of this. If you would, please like and subscribe. At least like the video. It pushes my channel more than you think. But you are always, always, always welcome at my channel, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.